Yep, and that is exactly who we have coming up. We have, respectively, number 3 and number 10 of New Jersey PR, two of the old guard coming up here, playing against each other, two legends, rather, of New Jersey, coming into this, yeah, obviously Pikachu and Wolf.
Yeah, Aquaze, he's been around for a while, but I think he's actually a little bit more of a new guard simply because, like, he started going to, I think he started going to NJIT within the last, like, 2 years. So once he really got a consistent access to, like, a tournament scene, he really kind of showed up and started getting some crazy wins under his belt. With just how well, like, his major strength as a player is playing these ledge traps. And, like, he just vortexes you once he gets off his, little rep pause.
For sure. Absolutely going to be going for these fairs here, trying to get some of his combos started, going to get hit with a nair, and actually going to come in with a dash attack, going to continue on with some of this damage as Jakal's just sort of forced to go between these two upper platforms in order to try to find his, getting the back air and sending Aquaze way off stage. Coming back in center stage to recover, sent off stage with the Wolf back air yet again, though, as he's coming back in. Not going to get the F tilt there, but you can see that Jakal is really fishing for something against Aquaze, especially that now that he's at 130%, trying to take a nice stock, and the up smash isn't going to be what does it, but Aquaze not going to be able to get the follow-up from that punish.
I like how Aquaze twice actually went for the wall jump, so you could pressure the up B, because surprisingly enough, being back turned as Pikachu is actually the scariest position, because while you don't get access to grab, your bear is just as good in most scenarios, and it's faster. It's frame 5 versus like a frame 6 or, well, 8 after the shield delay on the shield grabs, the specific mechanic. So that's, another thing is that he's really starting to play around and go under these platforms, because he knows that Jakal, like, if he doesn't play around that nair correctly, he will just get outranged and just eat the tank coming at him.
And he was really precise with that fair off stage too, able to get a stock on the board here for Aquaze. He's going to go for the nair here, trying to come back in against Jakal, as Jakal really seems to be walling him out with a lot of the fairs in place. Going to get the nair, and then trying to send Aquaze further off stage, getting the grab, and actually going to be able to get a punish, utilizing the laser here, and then the F tilt at ledge. Not going to take the stock just yet, but another one is going to be what does it. So Jakal is up yet another stock.
Yeah, and where he's kind of getting these advantages is that he gets like a weak nair, chases for another like 20%, and then puts Aquaze in a 50-50 win game where it's like, do they go low and have to deal with like a Jakal ledge trap, or go high and potentially risk getting intercepted by a nair or back air? That's been a big thing that Jakal has been doing, and whenever Jakal does get the intercept, he's always getting max reward off of it.
For sure. Coming back in with the fair, Aquaze is going to try to continue on with some of this damage, going to be sent off stage again, trying to utilize these T-jolts, and actually able to send Jakal off stage, utilizing the Wolf Flash in order to recover. Going to not get the nair though, as it's going to be snuffed out by Aquaze. Coming in with some more T-jolts here, trying to get a fair off stage. Jakal not able to get the nair again, and then trying to utilize some of his, footstool, but not able to get anything off of it, as finding himself off stage yet again. Going to avoid the down air, but just barely from Aquaze as he recovers. Coming back onto the upper platform, trying to find something yet again against Aquaze. It's going to be the up tilt into the up air that doesn't take the stock just yet, though.
And actually reversals off that same scenario. That's a big thing, is that, like, Jakal is more of a by-the-books player, but, like, he's really starting to innovate. He knows, like, especially this late stage in the meta, you have to, like, know everything and do everything right. Just like, catching on to, despite Pikachu having good frame data, if he ever, like, gets overzealous or tries to press 2 buttons when he's only really guaranteed that first button, the up smash covering both sides on the first hitbox is such a reliable tool to help deal with this very evasive rat.
For sure. And then the way that Aquaze was able to take such a quick stock with that down air too. Jakal able to follow up and take the game pretty quickly afterwards. However, it really did look like that was going to be the stock after the first kill screen from the up air.
Another thing I noticed is Jakal's also SDIing hard down and in to get cross-ups on the nairs. So that way, like, Aquaze has to go for up tilts or turnaround grabs in order to get his nair loops. Otherwise, you know, Jude gets out and just kind of gets to do whatever he wants. It even punishes if, you know, as we saw that last stock, Aquaze goes for a whip grab.
For sure. Aquaze back here, able to drift downwards in order to get the ledge. Jakal going for a big F smash punish there, and then not able to get it. Aquaze coming back in and sending Jakal to the other side of the ledge. Jakal going to be utilizing a lot of those lasers and then going for the back air in order to further punish Aquaze. Going to take the very first stock of the game.
Yeah, and this is actually, oh, yeah, like Jakal took it. For a second, I thought I heard Aquaze took it, so I looked away. But that's, you know, that's the biggest thing, is that, like, even when you do lose the lead as Pika, as long as you're kind of within a 50%, it's not really that lost. There's a lot of things you can be doing, but Pikachu is definitely a character that plays on borrowed time when he's down a stock, because he really likes to just, like, I'm up in the air, like, all the way, like, at a 45, 55 degree angle. You can't really hit me, and if you try to overcommit, I just quick attack back and even reversal at worst case scenario for you.
Yeah, I do see something that Aquaze does is he does jump in a whole lot versus Jakal, and Jakal does have some things that he's able to do in order to punish it, such as his different aerials, but yeah, that fair, like, there's not a whole lot that you can do when you're off stage at that percentage when you're Jakal, because you are just going to lose your stock to that.
Yeah, and I think those jumps come from a place of knowing that, like, hey, look, I have Jakal at prime combo percent, which is like sub 60, sub 70, and you have the frame data advantage. So it's a lot of the times where, like, if I catch him jumping, I win, or I could win. But you know, Jakal is so used to just playing, like, he kind of has that Mr. R theorem where, like, everybody and anybody's gunning to cheese him, and he does, you know, he does get some early unfortunate stocks, but you know, he's kind of used to it at this point, where he's able to outplay that, but not quite there. He ends up side being too far away and sets up for an easy downer.
Yeah, for sure. Aquaze was definitely waiting for that, just sort of hovering right above the ledge, able to get that down air pretty quickly, and now Jakal finds himself down an entire stock. Not for very long, though, as he's able to follow up pretty quickly with the back air, but Aquaze coming in and going to just continue to sort of try to look for these combos here, sending Jakal off stage, not going to get any big punishes off of it, going to try to go for the T-Jolt instead. I really think that an aerial would have been better utilized there to send Jakal farther off stage, as now he's able to go for these up airs, trying to get some more damage on the board for himself here, though, versus Aquaze, as he's able to grab into the nair, into yet another nair combo, jump off stage, or not, jump off of the platform, rather. Gonna go for the dash attack, not getting the up airs, though, but yeah, these two are really just going around each other. That up smash too early, though.
Yeah, what Aquaze keeps looking for is these early grabs, is he wants to try to go for, like, a grab tip up air to get max reward, where sometimes it's just better to go for the up tilt, go what's guaranteed and what's kind of hard to drop, and just, you know, take what you can get, because you're also fighting a character like Wolf, where, like, if you make, you burn an option, it's just one reading, he's dead. It's like fighting Crab. It's like, oh, I burned his double jump, he has to pillar, he has to up B or Wolf Flash. That, as well as, you know, to T-Jolt, you need at least a platform's distance to really kind of safely do a T-Jolt. Otherwise, you're risking an intercept pretty easily.
Yeah, that was 4 up smashes from Jakal at the very last stock of the game. I mean, I guess if you don't get it the first time, you can. It's clear that that was exactly what he wanted in order to take the stock. I do think that it was risky because he was punished for it several times. Aquaze wasn't really able to get a whole lot off of it, but it would have been pretty bad for Jakal if he hadn't been able to get out of any of those combo starters from Aquaze.
Yeah, and I also wonder if Aquaze could get more option trying to. I was actually going to bring up more unique, non-standard ledge options, but it literally cut to a clip where he went for the wall jump I was going to suggest, and he still got clipped at the very edge of the forward tilt, which just goes to show just how proficient Jakal is at using the max spacing of his buttons to make sure he always clips Pikachu where Pikachu wants it. So many times he goes for the grab and he doesn't turn around, or he doesn't get Jakal land in front of him like he's expecting, and he dies for it. Like, cause like the up smash it's like it's not extremely fast, but it's fast enough where it can catch most things. It's very sizable. It's a nice range to have for a character like Wolf, who outside of that has to only really rely on puts to a lot of shield up B, which is a difficult tech.
For sure. And then Jack was able to get Aquaze to a pretty high percentage using a lot of his bread and butter combos, such as the grab into the dash attack, into like the fair or such. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff that he's able to do in order to sort of build percentage versus Aquaze. So then when it matters, he's able to get these up smashes and then take the stock pretty quickly, especially against a lighter character like Pikachu.
Yeah, that character really like, you know, he can be so evasive, and he does at least have like, you know, since he's more of a midweight, he has a little bit of a cushion, but he's one of those characters where you do get like equally punished part and parcel for your missteps and your misplays, and you have to be very cognizant of how you're hitting their shield and you know what angle and kind of like, okay, you know, even if I can get punished off that, how strong is the punish? Like if you're just taking a grab at like 50, big whoop.